northbound coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Today on Good Morning Maine, 5 people are dead after a gunman opens fire in a gay nightclub in Colorado.
Plus, promising news for Maine lobstermen as they deal with strict regulations.
And some Ellsworth seniors enjoyed an early Thanksgiving celebration thanks to the VFW in Ellsworth. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We'll have those stories and much more coming up. But first, we're going to talk about the weather. Boy, when you head out today, you better put on the big coat. Not the little coat, the big coat. It's chilly up there. It's down in the teens.
The down windbreaker, if you have one.
Yeah.
And heat up your car before you go.
Good advice.
Yeah.
Looks like kind of a cloudy day today, but overall not bad at all.
Yep. Devin has all the details.
And thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Happy Monday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Alrighty, here we are this morning. We do have gale warnings in effect running until about Tuesday at 9 a.m. Another system will be sneaking through. No precipitation with that, but it's going to stir up things along the coast, which is why those advisories are in effect. Some high surf we will need to watch out for, at least for the morning period tomorrow. But for now, though, we're dry on land. Things looking pretty nice out there. Not a lot of cloud cover overhead either. We'll be under a partly cloudy sky today, so you'll be looking for good reasons to get outside. You will have that, though, with this area of low pressure that's moving away from us now, so that's getting out of here. And high pressure will be setting up shop soon. We will have another area of low pressure that we'll try to move through later on, but not a lot of fanfare, though, in the precipitation department. But again, active surf along the coast. So otherwise, the clouds will move in. The snow will stay to our north. It will fizzle out as it tries to move through. But again, a big issue for us will be the wind moving forward. We'll have a little bit of that today as well, with a few areas seeing some winds up to 10 to 15 miles per hour in a few spots. But really by tomorrow, some areas could see up to 20 mile per hour winds, especially along the coast, and some gusty winds along the short coastline as well on land. But temperatures in the lower 30s today, partly cloudy and breezy, with that west wind getting up to about 15 miles per hour. Later on tonight, though, middle 20s, partly cloudy and breezy, south wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. Your hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, a partly cloudy sky, temperatures in the 20s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma.
All right, thank you, Devin. Well, in today's news, at least 5 people were killed and 25 others hurt after a shooter opened fire at a gay nightclub in Colorado.
Fox News senior correspondent Alicia Acuna has the latest.
Authorities say it was clubgoers who put an end to a shooting at a nightclub in Colorado Springs, rushing the gunman and subduing him until police arrived.
At least 2 heroic people inside the club confronted and fought with the suspect and were able to stop the suspect from continuing to kill and harm others. We owe them a great debt of thanks.
Police were called just before midnight, and the shooter was taken into custody within minutes of officers arriving. The suspect is identified as 22-year-old Anderson Lee Aldrich. Police say a man with the same name and age was arrested in 2021 for allegedly threatening to hurt his mother. The venue, Club Q, describes itself as a gay and lesbian nightclub, which has authorities investigating whether the attack constitutes a hate crime.
We are working tirelessly to ensure that justice for the victims in this senseless and evil shooting is given. Club Q is a safe haven for our LGBTQ citizens. Every citizen has the right to feel safe and secure in our city.
Colorado Governor Jared Polis, the nation's first openly gay man elected to the office, called the shooting sickening, in a statement saying in part, "My heart breaks for the family and friends of those lost, injured, and traumatized in this horrific shooting. Colorado stands with our LGBTQ community and everyone impacted by this tragedy as we mourn." So far, no motive has been identified, and the FBI is assisting in the investigation. In Denver, Alicia Acuna, Fox News.
Authorities continue to investigate an ATV crash that killed a teenager in Belgrade. It happened just before midnight on Friday night. Deputies from the Kennebec County Sheriff's Office responded to Manchester Road in Belgrade at 11:43 after hearing the teen had crashed. According to a press release, the victim was operating the 1995 Polaris ATV and had passed 2 vehicles on the left at a high rate of speed when he lost control at the intersection of Wings Mill Road and Manchester Road. Police reported that several fire and EMS personnel arrived at the scene prior to deputies, but were not able to revive the 16-year-old from Oakland. Officials say the teen was not wearing a helmet.
Meanwhile, a woman continues to recover after getting struck by a vehicle in Newburgh. It happened Saturday around 1:30 p.m. on the Carmel Road. Police reported a 56-year-old female was transported to Northern Light Hospital in Bangor with serious injuries. The Penobscot County Sheriff's Office Criminal Investigation Division and others are all investigating that crash. The investigation is continuing. They do not believe that speed or alcohol were factors in the crash. The investigation remains open today.
Authorities continue to search for answers following a deadly home invasion in Cherryfield. They say 36-year-old Matthew Adams of Whitneyville was killed in the assault, and a woman and another man were injured. No charges have been filed in the case as police continue their investigation. Matthew Juronsik has more.
Law enforcement is asking for your assistance to shut down the road.
The Washington County Sheriff's Office was called to 62 Teenan Lane in Cherryfield Thursday night after reports of a home invasion. According to Maine Police spokeswoman Shannon Moss, deputies arrived to the scene where they found an adult female with serious injuries, an adult male with minor injuries, and a deceased male.
I don't know what to say. This is a quiet neighborhood. There's a lot of traffic on this road, but the neighbors are good. I don't know.
The deceased male, 36-year-old Matthew Adams of Whitneyville, was transported to the medical examiner's office where an autopsy was performed. At this time, Maine State Police are calling the death a homicide.
I see the couple go by, back and forth. Everything I know that they're good people, so I couldn't tell you what could possibly have happened up there.
Maine State Police spent the majority of Friday on scene before the evidence response team arrived. The department is continuing to investigate the circumstances surrounding the death and the events that led up to the incident. Matthew Juronsik, ABC7 and Fox 22.
The body of Matthew Adams was taken to the medical examiner's office for an autopsy. His death is listed as a homicide, although authorities haven't released details on how he died.
Meanwhile, the Penobscot County judge ordered an Old Town mother to serve 19 years in prison for the death of her 3-year-old daughter. We attended court during the emotional hearing.
3-year-old Haley Golding died from a fentanyl overdose back in 2021. Hillary Golding pled guilty in September for the death of her daughter Haley. Assistant Attorney General Lisa Bogue says Hillary watched her child suffer, noting that it took over 20 hours for Hillary to call for medical attention. The judge says substance abuse played a huge role in this deadly crime, describing the graphic details of Haley walking in and out of her apartment building with her limp child after knowing she ingested fentanyl.
As the judge indicated, it's a substance that's overwhelming our community and the court system. I have countless, more than I can count, cases involving that substance. It's a big problem.
The defense and prosecution mutually agreed. This case sparked intense emotions for both sides.
I'm representing an individual who is responsible for the death of a family member. It implicates a lot of emotional issues.
I think it's difficult for families when they both have a relationship with the person, the child who has died, as well as a relationship with the person is alive.
Hillary took time to address her mother during her open statement to the court.
I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry, Mom. I love you both so much. And I want you to know how grateful I am that you are here today.
Golding's attorney says she hopes her story will be a testament to anyone struggling with substance abuse disorder.
Ms. Golding has a long sentence to serve, and I'm hopeful that upon release time, she's in good health and good spirits and in much better condition.
In Bangor, A.J. Douglas, ABC7, Fox 22.
A former attorney from Newport who was convicted of stealing almost $300,000 from a client's estate has been sentenced to 2 years in prison. Back in June, 74-year-old Dale Thistle was found guilty of stealing $290,000 from former client Gilman Friend's wrongful death settlement. Gilman's ex-wife, Donna Friend, hired Thistle to handle the settlement case. However, it was later determined she was not entitled to any settlement funds. Rather than Thistle contacting Gilman's children to inform them about the settlement, he began paying personal debts and writing checks to himself with the money. Friend's children addressed the court describing who their father was and provided suggestions to the judge for how Thistle can pay back the stolen funds.
Concerning the possible restitution, if the guilty defendant Thistle is currently collecting his Social Security or retirement fund, can the court in that sentencing garnish those payments and direct those funds to the friend family.
He was active and lovingly a leader of the town of Newport.
Thistle's prior employment as a lawyer allows the friend's family to qualify for around $40,000 of the stolen money to be reimbursed through a lawyer's fund. Thistle was also ordered to pay $290,000 in restitution.
Well, a federal judge has ruled that new lobster fishing regulations designed to protect North Atlantic right whales will be delayed until 2024. That will give the government more time to gather data in hope of drafting more effective strategies. The judge previously ruled that fishing regulations issued by the National Marine Fisheries Service didn't go far enough to protect the whales. Now, the judge sent the current rules back to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration so they can take more time to gather data about right whales and where they actually live, and then make adjustments to the rules. Executive Director of the Maine Lobstering Union, Virginia Olson, said if the judge had taken a different route and vacated the rules altogether, it would have shut down the lobster industry entirely for 8 years. However, sending the biological opinion back to NOAA for refinement instead prevents that from happening.
We need time to be able to get accurate data, better data to make informed decisions so we can protect right whales. We need to be able to protect right whales where they are and not destroy an industry that has been working very hard to be a sustainable fishery as well as protect the right whales.
Well, Olson says the 2-year delay also allows time to see what the effect are of the seasonal closure and gear changes that have already been implemented, as well as plotting a better way forward for future changes. So that is a big relief. It's not over yet, but that is certainly give them some time to figure things out, hopefully come up with a plan that will help the lobstermen too.
I know. 2024 will come up quick.
Yeah, it sure will.
And I know on par, today is World Fisheries Day, so I know that's a little different. But
how about that?
Yeah, it's to bring awareness to the critical importance of healthy ocean ecosystems.
I like
so
that.
Everybody has a part to play, and I'm glad they're collecting more data until then. Well, the time is now at 7:12. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, we'll get a glimpse of an early Thanksgiving gathering shared between veterans over the weekend.
But first, let's take another look at that forecast. We can expect a partly cloudy day today with highs around 33 degrees. Tomorrow, a mostly cloudy day with highs right around 36.
Ladies, a Maine adventure.
We have lots of Carhartts, Rain Defender Carhartt sweatshirts, Carhartt line pants, Carhartt hats, Carhartt gloves.
That's a lot of Carhartt.
That is a lot of Carhartt.
And we have a lot more too. We got jackets, we got flannel shirts, we got coveralls.
You bet.
And at Rennie's, we're holding the line on our already low prices from now until the end of the year. You always know when you go to Rennie's, you're getting the best price.
Thank you for shopping locally.
Ladies, a Maine adventure.
You know, if one mattress was right for everybody, we wouldn't need to stock over 30 models. It doesn't exist. Our low price and sleep guarantees mean you won't pay too much for a great night's sleep. Purchase your new mattress before 3 p.m. and we'll deliver it the same day in the Bangor and Ellsworth area. Warehouse pricing, a great night's sleep guaranteed, same-day delivery, and free removal of your old. At Dorsey's, we've got your back. Sleep well, my friends.
Steve Harvey powers the XT.
If roles were reversed, what might the turkey do to you on Thanksgiving?
Eat my drumstick. On Family Feud.
On ABC7.
It wasn't appropriate the way he would call me.
Is this appropriate behavior?
Apparently not to you.
You were doing some really weird things.
Whatever.
Whatever? The way you're responding right now we're addressing your behavior, okay?
Hot Bench. Monday at 3 on ABC7.
An organization in Columbia Falls is honoring the families of those who have lost a loved one in combat in a meaningful way. Matthew Dronsick has more on this touching tribute.
I will never be able to explain what it means to us totally, but to know that he is never going to be forgotten.
Heading into the holidays, Reach Across America is continuing its mission of honoring Gold Star families by allowing them to stay free of charge in what the organization calls a hospitality house, as it reflects historical moments in time.
It's a free bed and breakfast for Gold Star families from all over the country. They can come and stay as long as they'd like to.
Gold Star Families is a nonprofit organization created to help those grieving any military loss. The historic home replicates pieces of the past wars, from the Civil War to the War on Terror.
We just decided which conflicts, would be something that we could offer to educate the kids. And then as we walked through the rooms, we just talked about visuals and then started gathering things.
Every piece of memorabilia donated to REITs across America came from families who either lost a loved one in combat or those committed to offering opportunities to better understand American history.
They don't want us not to talk about their loved ones. They want us to talk about it. Those memories of what they had. So keeping their name alive is so important.
Dolly Sullivan has a room dedicated to her son, Captain Christopher Sullivan, who lost his life while serving in Iraq. She says being able to keep these memories alive is not only a way to teach the younger generations, but to cherish the ultimate sacrifice these men went through.
It is just a part of history that is coming alive. When you walk through the halls and you see the different war eras that were represented and you think about what some of these people went through, we need to remember that and to honor them and to keep their memory alive.
In Columbia Falls, Matthew Juronsik, ABC7 and Fox 22.
Oh, meanwhile, seniors broke bread together at the Veterans of Foreign Wars post in Ellsworth over the weekend. We were there to join in as the community sat down Saturday to enjoy an early Thanksgiving dinner. A.J. Douglas has more.
It's a nice tradition that we like to do, and it's definitely all free.
The Veterans of Foreign Wars Post 109 in Ellsworth hosted its annual Senior Thanksgiving dinner Saturday to give back to senior veterans. The annual tradition has been feeding seniors for the past 40 years. Community members of all ages play a role in the event's success each year, as students from the Hancock County Technical Center and Culinary Arts program prepared the meals.
This gives them a chance to actually cook in large quantities, plate in large quantities, and it's a win-win situation for everyone.
High school students rolled up their sleeves to feed around 100 people.
There's the community service hours, but it's also really nice to just serve the community and be here for our veterans.
Seniors say they enjoyed seeing the young Cub Scout servers from Pack 86 in Ellsworth. The VFW sponsors the Cub Scout program with hopes of giving children opportunities to engage with local vets.
The kids look forward to it and they love it. And I haven't had one complaint about the service since the kids started doing it.
Johnny Coolidge says she comes from a long line of brave veterans who have been serving this country for decades. Coolidge says Saturday's Senior Thanksgiving dinner served plenty of tender moments.
It gives me positive outlook that our world will be better.
Sullivan says Post 109 works to support veterans on a regular basis, whether it's utilizing the Veterans Relief Fund or advocating for more financial assistance options on the congressional floor.
No veteran goes cold or hungry around us.
In Ellsworth, A.J. Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
Well, that's nice to see.
Yep.
Well, the time now is 6:18. Coming up after the break, we'll have some updates regarding the World Cup.
We'll be right back.
Give the gift of a holiday meal. 1 in 9 Mainers are food insecure, but for $5, you could help fill the plate of one neighbor in need this season. Visit campaignforendinghunger.org to make a difference today.
Now what? You say it when things go wrong. At Prudential, we think you should say it when things go right, too. Like when you score your dream job, sell your business, or discover she's smart, really smart. Now what? Here's what. You connect with Prudential's rock-solid team serving over 50 million people with investment, insurance, and retirement know-how. Who's your rock? Visit Prudential.com or speak to an advisor today.
Brandywine Graphics makes it easy. We are the top source for screen printing, embroidery, branded merchandise, and direct-to-garment printing. With 25 years experience, state-of-the-art equipment, and a commitment to excellence, why trust your apparel products with anyone else? And now, Brandywine Graphics can easily launch online stores for your school or organization. Simply design your products from brands like Eddie Bauer, Carhartt, and more. Share the link and we'll do the rest. Like we said, Brandywine Graphics makes it easy. Find out more at brandywinegraphics.com or at our Hamden location.
Give the gift of a holiday meal. 1 in 9 Mainers are food insecure, but for $5, you could help fill the plate of one neighbor in need this season. Visit campaignforendinghunger.org to make a difference today.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. Well, soccer fans around the world are rejoicing as the 2022 FIFA World Cup kicks off. Fans are arriving ready for the first game between host in Doha, Qatar and Ecuador. Fox's Alex Hogan has more.
Soccer fans from all around the world are here in Doha, Qatar for the kickoff to the World Cup. And what's often seen as a month-long celebration is well underway, with fans kicking off the celebration at the FIFA Fan Festival. This is a watch party zone for those not attending matches. It's also one of the select places to grab a beer, since the government announced yesterday that beer sales in stadiums are off the table, despite a multi-million-dollar agreement with Budweiser. Drinking in public in Qatar is illegal, a rule that was supposed to be lifted to host the international event. Fans instead have been told that they can purchase non-alcoholic beer unless they have the most expensive tickets. People in VIP and luxury suites will still be able to drink. The last-minute change creating quite the uproar internationally. The government here insisting that visitors should abide by local customs. Human rights advocates argue that the revision casts uncertainty about other promises. Today, the president of FIFA, the world's governing soccer body, spoke for about an hour defending the Qatari government and bashed Western criticism.
This moral lesson giving, one-sided, it's just hypocrisy.
Qatar is the first country in the Middle East to host the World Cup. The small conservative Muslim nation is about the size of Connecticut and has less than 3 million residents. That's about the population of the city of Chicago. Team USA will play Wales on Monday, England on Black Friday, and Iran the following week. You can catch all of it live on Fox Sports. In Qatar, Alex Hogan, Fox News.
The time is now 6:22.
Time to get a full look at our forecast with Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scotch Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Alrighty, here we are. Gale warnings are up, running until about 9 a.m. for your Tuesday. Another system is going to be moving in from the north and west, going southeast, so it's going to get the surf active again. But some gusty winds going on shore and also over waters as well, so we'll have to watch for that at least through tomorrow. But otherwise, though, not much cloud cover overhead. We'll be under a partly cloudy sky today, with more of the clouds arriving during the afternoon period as that next system begins to move in. Located right about in here, though, so it's going to be moving from the northwest, going toward the south and east. It's going to try to bring some precipitation with it, but I think it's all going to fizzle out before it begins to move in, as high pressure will have to influence that just a little bit. So either way, though, no precipitation for us, but we will have to watch out for those gusty winds at least through tomorrow. Here we are. Some of those gusty winds can reach up close to 20 miles per hour today, generally up to 15 miles per hour in a few spots. Later on tonight, though, along the coastline, some areas could see up to 30 miles per hour at times, so we'll keep some of those winds going as the system moves through as we head towards your Tuesday. Otherwise, though, here are the surface already active, 2 to 13 feet according to some of the buoys, even some spots even up to 16 feet. So the ocean is active already, and it will continue to remain active for another day or so. Our average high is 44 degrees. We're going to be below that for a few more days. In the lower 30s today, middle 30s Tuesday, upper 30s for your Wednesday, back down to the mid 30s Thursday. The warm-up kicks in Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, with 40s finally making a return. So moving forward for today, though, we're going to be under a partly cloudy sky today. That system is going to be moving in from the northwest, going toward the south and east, and it's going to try to bring some snow with it, but it's going to fizzle out as it tries to move in. So we'll just have the clouds moving in, and that'll be about it at all. But Tuesday morning, a lot of sunshine to start things off, though, but we may have to watch soon for maybe a few more passing clouds. But overall, a pretty decent day for you Tuesday with a lot of sunshine. The clouds start to approach Tuesday night into the day on your Wednesday. Your forecast for today, lower 30s, partly cloudy and breezy, with that west wind getting up to about 15 miles per hour. Later on tonight, middle 20s, partly cloudy and breezy. That south wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. Moving ahead towards tomorrow, middle 30s, mostly cloudy and breezy. West wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. Scott's Recreation extended forecast. Thanksgiving week is here, though. And overall, we're looking pretty decent out there through Wednesday and even into your Thursday. Temperatures overall not too bad in the 30s. We'll be under a partly cloudy sky today, mostly sunny tomorrow. Partly cloudy for your Wednesday. Thanksgiving looking nice, mostly sunny. Temperatures in the mid-30s. And Friday, rain and snow showers on the way. Temperatures in the low 40s.
Did you know that it's possible to buy the wrong type of flooring for your home? Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or a professional contractor, the experts at Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors are here to help, offering solid pro advice from choosing the right material and color to installation. Don DeKalb features the highest quality hardwood flooring sourced from lumber right here in Maine, from Maine traditions. Not only will you get a floor you'll love, you'll get a floor that will last. Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors, buy from the best, forget the rest.
Renovating or building new, you'll find a wide selection of high-performing, energy-efficient, and beautiful windows and doors at Hammond Lumber Company. Your Hammond sales representative will walk you through the showroom displays and help you choose options to create a personalized custom look. Free in-home measurement is available, and Hammond can deliver your order from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Bring your vision and enjoy better light and added security and energy savings with quality windows and doors from Hammond Lumber Company.
Hanks Husqvarna is your full-line Husqvarna dealer with 2 convenient locations, 32 Old State Road in Carmel and 19 Moosehead Trail in Newport. Whether it's tractors and zero-turns, chainsaws to trimmers, or pressure washers to snowblowers, everything is set up, serviced, and ready to go by our certified Husqvarna technician. And all sales are backed by our in-house Husqvarna warranty. For parts, service, or sales, stop in to Hanks Husqvarna, Carmel or Newport.
This morning, look who's coming live to America's favorite morning show. Brooke Shields on her new movie and her recovery from that scary accident. Plus, things are about to get strange when Gabrielle Union and Jake Gyllenhaal wake up with...
Good morning, America!
This morning on...
Good morning, America!
If you're looking to buy or sell a home, chances are you have lots of questions. Norm Prouty has answers. Learn some tips and tricks and explore some beautiful homes on the market. The Norm Prouty and Donnell Baker Real Estate Show, Sunday mornings at 6:30 on ABC 7.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Now to the investigation into that tragic accident involving a young girl who died after being struck by a pickup truck during a Christmas parade. It happened Saturday morning in Raleigh, North Carolina. Officials say a vehicle was pulling a float carrying a local dance company when the driver suddenly called out that he had lost control and couldn't stop. The vehicle ended up striking one of the dancers who was performing in front of the truck. She was taken to a hospital where she passed away. The 20-year-old driver was arrested and charged with several counts, including careless and reckless driving.
The FBI is launching an investigation into a North Carolina woman's death in Mexico. Shankella Robinson went on a vacation with a group of 6 friends for a birthday celebration in October, but she never made it back to the States. Robinson was dead within 24 hours of getting off the plane. Her mother says her daughter's friends initially said the 25-year-old died from alcohol poisoning, but the autopsy told a different story. The autopsy revealing she had a broken neck and suffered spinal cord injuries. The investigation is ongoing. A large number of people on social media are advocating for police to hold those responsible accountable for Robinson's death.
A special counsel will conduct a federal investigation of Donald Trump just days after the former president announces he wants his old job back. Attorney Jack Smith pledged he will exercise independent judgment and follow the facts in the case. Fox's Caroline Shively has the details from Washington.
On Friday, Attorney General Merrick Garland appointed a legal powerhouse to serve as special counsel to oversee twin investigations involving former President Donald Trump. One probe covers classified documents found at Trump's Florida estate. The other examines the January 6th riot and efforts to reverse the 2020 election.
As special counsel, he will exercise independent prosecutorial judgment to decide whether charges should be brought.
Jack Smith will head up the investigation for the Department of Justice. He's served as the chief prosecutor for the special court in The Hague charged with investigating war crimes in Kosovo since 2018. Now he'll have a team of lawyers in D.C.
It's really Mar-a-Lago that
I would be most worried about if I were on the Trump team.
Trump tells Fox Digital he won't partake in the investigation, calling it unfair and so political. The announcement comes just 3 days after the former president launched a new bid for the White House, where he took the Mar-a-Lago investigation head on.
I say, why didn't you raid Bush's place? Why didn't you raid Clinton?
President Biden ignored reporters' questions about the investigation on Friday, but White House officials say the DOJ is operating independently.
We are not involved. We have not been aware about this particular investigation or any criminal investigation.
The special counsel will focus on Trump's actions and will not look into ongoing cases against January 6th rioters. In Washington, Caroline Shively, Fox News.
Thousands in the Ukrainian city of Kherson receive humanitarian aid Friday. The aid comes a week after Ukrainian forces recaptured the city. Aid groups say they needed a period of calm before being able to deliver basic services to citizens. This comes after food charity The World Central Kitchen came under shelling as volunteers delivered food assistance in the city. Still to come here on the second half of our show, we'll have your full weather forecast.
Plus some striking photos of fish that are native to and rare in Maine. This and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
Oh, that feels so good. What a sweetheart. I'm so lucky.
These socks are so soft. And her feet don't smell? These would be perfect for hunting season.
Moisture wicking, odor resistant, hypoallergenic, softer than cashmere, and warmer than wool. Get your alpaca socks and more at the Blue Alpaca. Feel the difference.
Hey babe, can I borrow these socks?
Dear LL Bean, I'm back home for the holidays wearing my favorite LL Bean flannel. That's Carol and Jim, the Flair fanatics, and Uncle Fred, the funny man. And Pam, I've missed her punch. That's Lucy. And this, whoa, is everything. LL Bean, be an outsider.
Living in Maine, many things stick with you throughout your life. If you're far from home or you're missing those things, then Box of Maine is for you. Shipping nationwide for corporate businesses or individuals, Box of Maine gives everyone their own personal taste of our great state. And a portion of every box we sell goes directly to local nonprofits. Have you visited the gift shop yet? Filled to the brim with everything you find in our boxes, you can pick what you need or even create your own box. Stop by for perfect Maine gifts today at Box of Maine.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, today is Monday, November 21st, 2022. It's also World Fisheries Day, as you said earlier. It's highlighting the critical importance of healthy ocean ecosystems, and I couldn't agree more.
Right. It's always relevant.
Yeah, we're not being too kind to our seas.
I know. And it's like, what can the average person do, too? I know we all try our best, but there's so many things that...
Little things, you know.
Yeah.
You know, pollution. You see some people picking up some trash on the beach, things like that. You
Right.
know, just keep stuff out of the water.
Right.
You know, that's a big part of it, I think.
It's a mindset thing, too. It's like if you're apathetic about it, then it's easy to let those little things go, but there's something everyone can do. Well, in Maine history, this is a little macabre, but I found it interesting. The last person to be legally executed, Daniel Wilkinson in Maine, was on this day in 1885 for the murder of a police constable named William Lawrence during a burglary in Bath. The death sentence was carried out at the Maine State Prison in Thomaston in front of thousands of spectators. His death, though, did lead to the abolishment of the death penalty, which occurred in 1887. And reading about this made me research how many other states have it, and I believe it's not a reliable website. I just clicked on the first one, but I think about half of the states still have the death penalty as of right now.
Yeah.
So It's interesting.
It is interesting. I find it interesting, too. There's been several calls over the years to reinstate the death penalty here in Maine.
And I got that information from Maine Public, and they said in the 70s there were a bunch of attempts to reinstate it, but there hasn't been anything since then, which is interesting.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Well, also on this day in 1976, Rocky, starring Sylvester Stallone, premiered in New York. And for birthdays today, we have actress Goldie Hawn, who is 77, Icelandic musician Björk, who is 57. She's kind of interesting.
She is.
And football player and Good Morning America host Michael Strahan is 51. It's been interesting watching Michael Strahan's career just skyrocket. Now he's this big Mr. Businessman and everything.
I know.
I
found it funny. Our old co-anchors, Joe told me that Kayla did not like that Michael Strahan could be a news anchor now.
Really?
She's like, he's a football player. He didn't go to school for this. And I thought that was funny that she had that conviction, which I get it. But also, I think he's great.
Yeah, well, look, George Stephanopoulos, he didn't, he was the communications director for the White House. I think he's a brilliant journalist. So.
There's a lot of different ways people get to it. And hey, I mean, you learn ethics, and you can either learn it in real life or you can go to school like we did. Yeah. So it's interesting.
I have a lot of respect for Michael, though. He was an incredible football player. Now he's turned this in. I mean, he's a network news host now.
Yep.
He does football. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, he's diversified.
Yeah.
He's wicked smart.
So, wicked smart, dear. All right, let's talk about the weather. Sure is getting cold out there.
I know.
We shouldn't complain, and we got to expect it this time of year.
Right.
But
it's
I'll
not getting any better. Hey,
yeah.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
Devin Biggs has the forecast.
And thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Happy Monday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Alrighty, here we are this morning. We do have gale warnings in effect running till about Tuesday at 9 a.m. Another system will be sneaking through. No precipitation with that, but it's going to stir up things along the coast, which is why those advisories are in effect. Some high surf we will need to watch out for, at least for the morning period tomorrow. But for now, though, we're dry on land. Things looking pretty nice out there. Not a lot of cloud cover overhead either. We'll be under a partly cloudy sky today, so you'll be looking for good reasons to get outside. You will have that, though, with this area of low pressure that's moving away from us now, so that's getting out of here. And high pressure will be setting up shop soon. We will have another area of low pressure that we'll try to move through later on, but not a lot of fanfare, though, in the precipitation department. But again, active surf along the coast. So otherwise, the clouds will move in. The snow will stay to our north. It will fizzle out as it tries to move through. But again, a big issue for us will be the wind moving forward. We'll have a little bit of that today as well, with a few areas seeing some winds up to 10 to 15 miles per hour in a few spots. But really by tomorrow, some areas could see up to 20 mile per hour winds, especially along the coast, and some gusty winds along the short coastline as well on land. But temperatures in the lower 30s today, partly cloudy and breezy, with that west wind getting up to about 15 miles per hour. Later on tonight, though, middle 20s, partly cloudy and breezy, south wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. Your hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, a partly cloudy sky, temperatures in the 20s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma.
All right, thank you, Devin.
Well, careful monitoring of a visually striking fish in Maine waters by the Maine Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife has yielded some stunning photos. Arctic char, as they're called, also known as blueback trout, is a fish that is native to Maine but has been threatened by invasive species and cumulative impacts of watershed use, according to the IFW. Only 14 waters in Maine harbor this unique species and represent the only endemic populations in the lower 48 states. Shown here is the data collection process that happened last week by the IFW as spawning season approaches.
Well, trap nets and gill nets were used by biologists to safely collect and study the fish and then releasing them. The recovery of this species after invasive smelt were introduced in the late 1980s has been great, with only 14 individual fish being found just a decade ago, with population numbers now being around 100. To learn more, you can head on over to the Maine Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife Facebook page. That is interesting to see. I've been kind of following that on and off through the years, and they've been stocking some areas, and it sounds like it's working out. So very neat.
It's so interesting how every body of water is so different.
Yeah.
Some are totally okay with stocking, and it's good for fishermen, obviously, as well. But then other times, some species take a major hit.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting, and those are beautiful photos by their biologists as well.
They're excited about it, too, as they should be.
Right. Well, still to come here this morning, Tyler Cruz and Ryan Sudol will have your latest with sports.
Don't go away.
Our Medicare supplement and drug coverage is so expensive, we're barely keeping up with our bills. My husband and I were in the same situation. So I got some help from the Senior Planning Center. They were able to show us some high-quality Medicare Advantage plans that saved us a lot of money.
The Senior Planning Center? Tell me more.
They have helpful agents all over the state. Real Mainers helping Mainers. Give them a call. The Senior Planning Center. They were there to help when it mattered most. I'm glad I called them. You'll be glad too.
At Home Kitchen, Bath, and Flooring in Dover Foxcroft are proud members of the Flooring Network here in Maine. We have our flooring installers on staff ready for you and your custom flooring project. With over 50 years of combined experience, we'll work with you from start to finish, including demo and cleanup. Backed by the Flooring Network's state-of-the-art warehouses, we have a massive inventory to provide you with the best value and fit any flooring budget you may have. So stop in, meet our flooring experts, and see what we can do to make you feel at home.
Portical in Bucksport is closing its doors after 17 years in business. All inventory is on sale, including Christmas jewelry, pajamas, socks, imports including Harris tweed handbags, wallets and purses from Scotland, woolen scarves from Ireland, gloves, alpaca socks, scarves, and hats. Also, all fragrance gifts, including Inish fragrances from Ireland, man bar soaps, hand-painted silk scarves, plush toys, sleep hoodies, and so much more. Perfect for Christmas shopping. Portical, 69 Main Street, Bucksport.
Oh, bonus question, bonus question.
You bet your life.
Yes, get the money. The easy money.
Weekdays at 10 on ABC 7.
What's up, everybody? Ryan Sudol here. Listen, if you love football, you are going to love this show right here. So let's just jump right in and start with what can only be described as an instant classic. Maine Black Bear football played New Hampshire today in the 112th battle for the Bryce Cowell Musket. And folks, it might have been one of the best of them all. Buckle up. UMaine at 2-8 playing the 18th ranked Wildcats vying for a playoff spot. We start in the third quarter. Maine down 28-14. This is wide receiver Xavier Scott out of the backfield. Down the sidelines. No sir, he says. A 75-yard touchdown run. Extra point makes it 28-21. To the fourth. Maine threatening. Joe Fagnano fakes everybody out, including me. He gets in easily for the score. We are tied up at 28. Just a couple minutes later, though, Wildcat quarterback Max Brosmer. Geez, another fake out. He finds tight end Adam Deese. He evades the tackle. Touchdown. 35-28 UNH. Now, 3 minutes to go in the fourth. Running back Elijah Barnwell from Piscataway, New Jersey, goes in untouched. Tied again at 35. We go to overtime. In OT. First possession. Here's Brosmer. He's going to toss it to the back of the end zone. He finds Kyle Lepowski. Great catch. Touchdown UNH. Extra point makes it 42-35. And ladies and gentlemen, it's hard to describe what happens next. 4th and 18. Musket on the line. Fagnano over the middle. The lateral to Montego Moss, who then hurls it off his back foot to the freshman tight end Rohan Jones. He has a block, an alley, and a touchdown. It's 42-41 off of that. One of the wildest plays in Musket history. All that's missing is a band on the field. Coach Jordan Stevens says to heck with it. We want to win it now. Going for two. Fagnano's pass is intercepted by Bryce Shaw. The game is over. The Musket goes back to New Hampshire. They win it 42-41 in overtime. What a game. Okay, everybody inhale and exhale. Well, you'd think that after that we'd have enough football for you tonight, but there's more. In case you forgot, Saturday was also state championship day for 11-man high school football, and we've got highlights from those games coming your way. Starting out with Class D at Cameron Stadium, Foxcroft Academy playing Lisbon St. Dom's in hopes of back-to-back Class D titles. Here we go. There you see Cameron Stadium in Bangor, great venue. First half, Foxcroft up 28-0. Here's Lisbon's Josh Carter dragging a defender into the end zone for the touchdown, 28-6 Ponies. Third quarter now, 28-14 Foxcroft. Lisbon's Colby Levasseur. How did he escape that mess? He gets in 28-22 Foxcroft. But later in the third, after a Lisbon fumble, Caden Crocker punches it in for the Ponies. It's 35-22. Foxcroft wins 41-22. They are back-to-back Class D champs. Okay, the nightcap at Cameron now. Class C final between the two #1 seeds, Levitt and Madomic Valley. Third quarter, Levitt up 40-0, and that's due in part to their defensive efforts. Here's Noah Carpenter picking off Liam Wilson's pass, and he'll get a nice return out of it too. Great moves in the open field by the junior as he gets it all the way to the 10-yard line. Fourth quarter now, 40-6. Sawyer Hathaway with the keeper. He gets in. Hornets up 46-6, and that would be the final. Levitt wins Class C for the second time in the last 3 years. Last but not least, Class B title game, Skowhegan against Portland at Portland. Second quarter, no score. Skowhegan quarterback Adam Savage with a little flip ski to Tyler Annis. Defender pulling on his jersey, but he's no match. Touchdown, 7-0 Skowhegan after the PAT. Late second quarter, Savage airs it out, and I mean airs it out for Quincy McCray. A 40-yard touchdown strike as Skowhegan takes a 20-6 lead into halftime. Third quarter, Portland quarterback Kennedy Charles from 5 yards out brings a couple Riverhawks into the end zone with him. Bulldogs within 20-14 after the 2-point conversion. Fourth quarter now, Dogs driving, but Charles's pass is going to be intercepted by Adam Savage. The senior did it all today as he leads Skowhegan to their first state title in 44 years. The Riverhawks win Class B 20-14 over Portland in their house.
It's indescribable. I mean, it means so much for all of us, the players, the community, the coaches. It just feels great. There's no other way to describe it. It's amazing. It's surreal.
That's all for sports. We hope you have a great rest of your day. I'm Ryan Sudol. We'll be back right after the break.
Rennie's, a main adventure.
Hey, do you want some great gift ideas this Christmas season?
Why, yes. Yes, I do.
Well, we got them at Rennie's. Lots of smart wool socks for the entire family. These are my favorite. We got PJ pants and sets. We got slippers. We got bear paw, Sorel. Get to Rennie's.
Oh, and all at Rennie's best prices?
Always at the best prices.
Thank you for shopping locally. Rennie's, a main adventure.
Don't cry, don't whine. Get yours where I got mine. At BB's Tattoo Company, 262 Moosehead Trail, Newport.
Hey, Maine. How are you? Yes, you. How are you really? It's a question we rarely ask ourselves. But to Northern Light Health, how you are means a lot. So we're out here asking and encouraging you to ask the people in your life, starting with yourself. So ask away. Then connect with us at northernlighthealth.org/howareyou.
Well, Thanksgiving is only a few days away, and millions will be hitting the roads to celebrate with loved ones or maybe taking in the skies.
ABC's Alexis Christoforous has tips on how to make the journey as stress-free as possible.
Thanksgiving, when families and loved ones gather from near and far. The roads and airports filled with travelers. AAA predicting 54.6 million people will travel 50 miles or more this Thanksgiving holiday.
And that's 1.5% higher than 2021. So we're looking at the third busiest travel season for Thanksgiving holidays since 2000.
If you're one of the estimated 49 million making the trip by car,
the best times to take to the roads is really before 8 a.m. And after 8 p.m. You're going to see peak travel times between 4 and 8 p.m., Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then Wednesday is the absolute peak day for travel, about 42% higher than normal volume.
Before you hit the gas, don't forget to pack the essentials.
Making sure you have a safety kit in your car and flares and extra water and pack snacks.
If you'll be flying to your destination,
I think it's going to be a really
busy Thanksgiving travel season. I think you're looking right now at flights that are more full today than they were pre-pandemic. So you're seeing flights with fewer empty seats today than we saw in 2019. Don't expect that coveted empty middle seat next to you. Not terribly likely.
Although delays happen, don't be too concerned about cancellations and disruptions.
I'm cautiously optimistic that air travel operations have improved and that we're not going to see the same meltdowns that we saw earlier this year. Even at the worst of times, still over 97% of flights are operating. The odds are still very much in your favor.
Alexis Christoforous, ABC News, New York.
I, for one, don't have to go very far, just up the road to my brother's house this year. So that's going to be good.
Me too.
Getting
I'm
ready
relieved about that.
For a big feed.
Good.
So luckily, the weather, I guess, so far, it's looking pretty good around here.
Yep, I don't see any snow.
Let's hope not.
Let's hope not. Meteorologist Evan Biggs has our full weather forecast.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scotch Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Alrighty, here we are. Gale warnings are up, running until about 9 a.m. for your Tuesday. Another system is going to be moving in from the north and west, going southeast, so it's going to get the surf active again. But some gusty winds going on shore and also over waters as well, so we'll have to watch for that at least through tomorrow. But otherwise, though, not much cloud cover overhead. We'll be under a partly cloudy sky today, with more of the clouds arriving during the afternoon period as that next system begins to move in. Located right about in here, though, so it's going to be moving from the northwest, going toward the south and east. It's going to try to bring some precipitation with it, but I think it's all going to fizzle out before it begins to move in, as high pressure will have to influence that just a little bit. So either way, though, no precipitation for us, but we will have to watch out for those gusty winds at least through tomorrow. Here we are. Some of those gusty winds can reach up close to 20 miles per hour today, generally up to 15 miles per hour in a few spots. Later on tonight, though, along the coastline, some areas could see up to 30 miles per hour at times, so we'll keep some of those winds going as the system moves through as we head towards your Tuesday. Otherwise, though, here are the surface already active, 2 to 13 feet according to some of the buoys, even some spots even up to 16 feet. So the ocean is active already, and it will continue to remain active for another day or so. Our average high is 44 degrees. We're going to be below that for a few more days. In the lower 30s today, middle 30s Tuesday, upper 30s for your Wednesday, back down to the mid 30s Thursday. The warm-up kicks in Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, with 40s finally making a return. So moving forward for today, though, we're going to be under a partly cloudy sky today. That system is going to be moving in from the northwest, going toward the south and east, and it's going to try to bring some snow with it, but it's going to fizzle out as it tries to move in. So we'll just have the clouds moving in, and that'll be about it at all. But Tuesday morning, a lot of sunshine to start things off, though, but we may have to watch soon for maybe a few more passing clouds. But overall, a pretty decent day for you Tuesday with a lot of sunshine. The clouds start to approach Tuesday night into the day on your Wednesday. Your forecast for today, lower 30s, partly cloudy and breezy, with that west wind getting up to about 15 miles per hour. Later on tonight, middle 20s, partly cloudy and breezy, that south wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. Moving ahead towards tomorrow, middle 30s, mostly cloudy and breezy, west wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. Scott's Recreation extended forecast. Thanksgiving week is here, though, and overall we're looking pretty decent out there through Wednesday and even into your Thursday. Temperatures overall not too bad in the 30s. We'll be under a partly cloudy sky today, mostly sunny tomorrow, partly cloudy for your Wednesday. Thanksgiving looking nice, mostly sunny. Temperatures in the mid-30s. And Friday, rain and snow showers on the way. Temperatures in the low 40s.
Maine's #1 Kia dealer, Van Sickle Kia, has you covered. Front-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, hybrid, or fully electric. Brand new 2023 Kia Sportage, Sorento, Soul, Forte, and more. Check out the all-new 2023 Kia Niro Hybrid with 54 mpg highway, or the affordable Sporty Forte with 41 mpg highway. Plus, get Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, the best in the business.
The best cars, the best prices, and the best warranty. I'm Peter Van Sickle. I guarantee it.
Portical in Bucksport is closing its doors after 17 years in business. All inventory is on sale, including Christmas jewelry, pajamas, socks, imports including Harris tweed handbags, wallets and purses from Scotland, woolen scarves from Ireland, gloves, alpaca socks, scarves, and hats. Also, all fragrance gifts, including Inish fragrances from Ireland, man bar soaps, hand-painted silk scarves, plush toys, sleep hoodies, and so much more. Perfect for Christmas shopping. Portical, 69 Main Street, Bucksport.
Wings for Children and Families is hiring youth and child case managers across central and northern Maine for all 6 of our locations. Wings offers a highly supportive work environment where caring and compassionate individuals can make a difference in the lives of children with special needs. Call today, visit our website, or connect with us on Facebook to learn how you can make a referral for services or join our team, where we are highly committed to bringing hope to those we serve. Wings, ranked one of the best places to work in Maine for the last 5 years in a row.
Ben's Auto Body specializes in collision and corrosion repair as well as mild restoration, always using PPG paints and refinishing. If it fits in our shop, we will fix it. Located 8 miles west of Walmart, just off Route 2 in Palmyra.
I don't like Dr. Pal.
She's a bad resident?
She's contrary.
I work with people I don't like all the time.
It's your job to teach me.
Stop talking.
No.
You're off the case.
The Good Doctor, new tonight on ABC and stream on Hulu.
DVD and digital releases this week include Two Men with Commitment Problems, an army of elite female warriors, and more.
Here's Fox's Ashley Dvorkin with the list of new releases.
It's our little secret.
The first gay rom-com from a major movie studio tops this week's list of what's new in home entertainment. Bros, co-written and starring Billy Eichner, follows two commitment-phobic gay men whose undeniable attraction to each other turns into something serious.
I feel like myself with you. Usually I only feel like myself when I have a drink in my hand.
Sigourney Weaver and Kevin Kline star in the romantic drama The Good House. Weaver plays a successful realtor forced to face her drinking problem and confront her past as she rekindles a romance with an old flame. A 12-year-old gymnast is hiding a monstrous secret in the Finnish supernatural horror film Hatching.
Some things are worth fighting for.
Available only on digital, the historical epic The Woman King stars Oscar winner Viola Davis as a fictional 19th century general of the African kingdom of Dahomey, who leads a formidable all-female army to battle against European invaders. The film will be available on Blu-ray and DVD December 13th.
Let's go on a move.
Elvis Presley's beloved 1961 classic Blue Hawaii makes its debut on 4K Ultra HD and Blu-ray.
Those aren't pillows.
The comedy classic Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, starring Steve Martin and John Candy, celebrates its 35th anniversary with a 4K Ultra HD remastered release.
Have you ever heard of a guy named Peacemaker?
And small screen favorites available to own. HBO Max's hit DC action comedy series Peacemaker stars John Cena as the costumed vigilante from the Suicide Squad trying to save the world with a new team. In Hollywood, Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
See anything there that interests you?
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
There you go. That's
right?
a classic.
Right,
Yeah.
That's a good movie
Yeah.
for this week. I was desperately trying to figure out a movie to watch last night, and I settled for a TV show.
There you
Because
go.
it's just too much. Sometimes a 2-hour movie, it's like, oh, this is too much.
Too much for you. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
I hear you. I've been kind of binging Yellowstone.
Nice.
The last couple of weeks.
I've been
It's
meaning
really
to start
good.
that. I've heard great things.
Yeah, it's good. It gets you all pent up, though. You want to go get in a fight or something.
It's a ride a horse.
Yeah, ride a horse. Yeah, they're always fighting somebody or
Right.
doing something on that
Right.
show. Pretty
Yeah.
interesting, that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, watch a TV show if you can today, or head to work, like what we're doing.
Just
But-
bundle up. It's chilly out there today.
Yeah. Good Morning America is next on ABC 7.
Tomorrow morning on Star 97.7, Paul Dupuis has the music and fun. Sonny Shepard brings you Star 97.7 local news, and Steve McKay with the weather. Turn on your radio and get the Star treatment with Star 97.7.
Hi folks, this is Barry Gass of Gas Horse Supply and Western Wear in Orono. We've been in business since 1911, and our third-generation family-owned business can't wait to show you our unique line of Western wear and Western tack. We have Western boots, shirts, hats, belts, and buckles for the entire family, and Western tack from bridles to saddles and everything in between for your horse.
Gas Horse Supply and Western Wear, where the American West comes alive in Maine.
The Lucerne Inn and Ryan's Pub is world-renowned for beautiful dining with a delicious view, offering a safe, comfortable atmosphere, providing an intimate space for reconnecting with loved ones, family, and friends. It's a true destination dining experience, featuring award-winning dishes from executive chefs